All right. So I was saying, I'm known as a positive person in my life. I mean, people around me think that I'm a positive person. And there is one close person in my life that doesn't think so. And that person is me. Yes. So I decided to become one. And what I did is to put it in my schedule. So back then, I had a plan for my week, and I had meetings with associations. I had some books to read, and I put it for the Monday of that week. I said, on Monday, I will become a positive person. And then on the weekend, I stayed. I was sitting to check my progress. And I was thinking, okay, so I said I will go for the meetings, check. I will apply for an exchange program, check. I will become a positive person. Can I put really a check mark symbol on that task? Actually, I read some quotes that says, be happy, be positive, don't worry, life will be doing well. And I read some books. Are they enough to say that I become a positive person? Are they? No? Is positivity a grade or a diploma or a title we get in our lives? Like from one day to another, I will say I become a positive person. No. So I cannot say I become a positive person, but it's something that we do daily. It's something that we face in each situation in our life, right? Actually, I'm not the only one who heard about positivity. I think everyone here in this room had this revolution of thoughts in our lives. We heard that we need positivity. Those negative thoughts are very powerful, that they can devastate us, so we need to think positively. And we talk about thinking. But I'm not here to tell you how to be positive. So if you want to throw some tomatoes, that would be fine, because they are actually expensive, so I can take with me some tomatoes home. Okay? So, yes, so there is not a recipe to become a positive person. But I will be honest with you. Trying to be positive in my life helped me overcome many situations and many hardships that I faced in my life. And one of the things that helped me stay positive is gratitude. Think with me, imagine that this little, we call it carpet, right? That red carpet. I love it. It's one item of the TED and TEDx that is very particular, right? When you see it, you think of TEDx. Let's use it. It's here, so let's use it. Let's say that this red carpet here, this one, this is what I got in my life, okay? And all these black things, this is what I want to get. Sometimes when we see things, our goals and what we want to get, we forget about what we have already, because I'm staying on it. I won't look at this red part. I will just think, oh, look, all these black things that I want. I can't reach them. They are far from me. And then I try to say, and then I will look at this carpet and I say, what's this? What's this? I will start even thinking that what I already have doesn't make any wealth, and I will just think about the things that I can't get. I was inspired by the Wait But Why, if you know it, blog, and it was like an ice cube there, but this is a carpet. Okay, all right. So this revolution of thoughts make us to think that positivity will help us to overcome situations in our life. And as I said, for me, gratitude is one of the things that help me. The time, please. Gratitude is the one that helped me to stay positive. But there's only one other thing. Competition, for example. I'm not a fan of competition. I have no desire to be better than anyone else here in this room, for example. My belief as a human is that every person here in this room or outside is an extension of me, is an extension of my being. So if I succeed, this means that my community succeeded. And if my community succeeds, or anyone from my community succeeds, like the ones we saw this morning, for me, I will add it to my success. All these things help me to be positive. Because when I see someone succeed, I won't feel like, oh, I'm not doing great things in my life, and look at him or look at her, I can't be like her. No. I just think that this thing or this experience, this success, I will add it to my own success. This is just to talk about positivity. But I'm not here to talk about it as something powerful only. Even if all the beautiful things that we may think in our head, imagine, like you can close your eyes and think of some things beautiful that happens in our heads. But are they real? Or positivity is just thinking positively. If I face a hardship or I see an obstacle, is it enough to think in my head that that's okay, or that will be fine, or it's going to be okay, or I will just make another scenario and tell myself a story that is really that does not look like reality, and it will help me feel better? Is that enough? So I've been thinking about this positivity that helps me in my life, and when did I start questioning it? Is recently, a few months ago, when I lost my mother. So I was that person, like I was in 2 years in my life, back 2 years, I was really positive, thinking that anything that can happen won't stop me. But then I started questioning, is this positivity enough to help me overcome this hardship, this thing that I cannot change either by thoughts, either by trying to do something, because it's something irreversible, something that cannot be changed. And that positive thinking helped me to think that things are going to be okay, like that be happy part that I was criticizing in the beginning. And that positivity made me numb my emotions, my sadness. It's like we start thinking that sadness is not part of life. We just need to be happy. But sadness is also part of our feelings. And it is a feeling that needs to be expressed. And there are many means of expressing sadness or happiness, not just by words, but it can be by feelings, by moves, by songs, by arts, by anything that can bring this thing from the outside, from the inside to the outside. So these positive thoughts, are they enough? No, they are not enough. Because if my positive thinking push me to believe that what I see as something bad happening, or an obstacle, or a hardship, just to put it into something positive in my head and deny the reality that could be changed maybe. This is for me, maybe we can use negativity to make some change in society and not positivity. What I mean is, if positivity push me to deny the reality and make some illusions in my mind of beautiful things, of things that are magical. Just like I will use here, I brought my magic wand, just like putting things beautiful in my mind without even trying to do progress. I don't need it. This is not what positivity looks like, okay? So, what I thought is, indeed, our thoughts may change our world. Just my word for me, without even caring about anybody. I can create this word in my mind, but do we want to fool ourselves with an imaginary word just by thinking positively? No, I personally don't want to create an illusionary word. There's a saying by the psychiatric Dr. Menninger. He says, attitudes are more important than facts. Think about it. attitudes are more important than facts. This means that whatever happens, it's about how we react or how we behave toward what happens. The same thing. Is it only about thinking that these facts might have some positive side? Let's look at the positive side and ignore the negative one. Forget about it. There is something I can get from this, so let's forget about the positive side. For example, there's a war. I would say there are a lot of people dying, but I'd say, but let's look at the positive side. People survived. 100 people survived, and 1,000 people died, but let's forget about them. 100 people survived. This is not what positivity looks like. So for me, this saying that says attitudes are more important than facts, I changed it. For me, attitude should change the facts, or at least try to change the fact. If I see something, that positivity should make me believe that I can try to change something or to add something, not just to create a word in my mind and having beautiful thoughts. And that's why, personally, I believe in the civic engagement. The civic engagement. So I believe that through civic engagement, we can do things, we can do actions, we can do many things that can help or add something into the world. It's like that positive thinking that I have, I will try to put it into action. But how? I talked to some people. Ali told me that, actually they are imaginary people. Yeah. So Ali told me, I cannot do this, I cannot change. Why? They have ideas, they have solutions in their minds. If you talk to them, they have some beautiful words happening inside their minds. They got ideas, they got solutions for problems. But if you ask them, why don't you try to put them into action? What they say? They say, for example, oh, the government, doula. This is a top commentaire, top answer, sorry. They may say, I need encouragement. People or the people who are around me do not encourage me. They may say, I'm not the responsible. I'm not the only responsible, or it's hard, or it's complex. I cannot change things alone. All these things, despite their beautiful thoughts and ideas. So for me, when I have a thought, a positive thought in my mind, the fact or the desire that I have to make a change means that I will try to put that positive thought into action. And when I try to put that positive thought into action, that means I will process that thought. I will think on how to put it practical, right? When you want to realize something, that means you will try to think about it, how I can put this into action. And it may be imaginary in the beginning, but I will try all ways that will help me put it into action. For example, one of the causes that I'm really touched by are causes related to children. And I always say that education in Algeria, or education, the system of education worldwide, is really a failure, because it kills the creativity of children. It doesn't form children who are active citizens. We are just here learning things, and sometimes that doesn't even interest us. But I thought that this thing, I cannot change it personally. It's not something between my hands. I don't have education between my hands to change it. But then I heard of this concept of mentoring, and I was invited to be just like a participant, just like you today. And I saw that concept of mentoring, which is a project that I'm coordinating now. I saw that there is a way. I don't have the power. I'm not responsible in the ministry or in the government. I don't have the power to change it directly, but I have access to children. I can work on an action that will touch children directly. I don't need any power. So I joined this project, which aims to form or train children or follow them in a very sensitive period in their lives, which is like teenager time, etc. Like kid from from 12 to 15 years old. And the objective or the goal, the main goal of the project is to form active citizens in the future. Personally, I had this experience in Scout that opened my eyes for the civic engagement word, but many other people, kids, little kids, or even students in the secondary school, they have no idea until they go to the university and they hear about events, they hear about clubs existing, right? Whoever had like a chance to work with associations at a very early age? All right, few ones. Who had an experience later on when they become adults in the university and, okay, we see like more. Yeah, so we want that this concept will be heard by children in an early age so that this idea will be processed and will be taught and they will build dream upon this and they will believe that they may make a change in their society. So for me, a positive thought that is inside my mind is useless if I don't try to put it into action, any action. And I know it's not just like be happy, be positive, you can do it, but at least for me, I have to try. If something can be changed, I have to try, and it's my responsibility. So for me, those positive thoughts and the seeds we were talking about this morning should look like this. Not just in my mind, but it will be blossoming like flowers, and they will be pushed outside. Thank you.